This is part 2, where we're looking at myths and strategies. In the first part 1, we looked at the myths. If you haven't seen that, go and watch it now. Or continue and watch the strategies, which is what we're going to look at in this one. So there are many strategies and qualities to being a great leader, but there are some that are unexpected. Okay, so we're going to look at 4 today. One is revealing your weaknesses. Be a human, okay? Also, we're going to look at being a sensor towards other people and collecting soft data that lets you rely on your intuition. And number 3, manage your employees or your followers with tough empathy. Care passionately about them and their work, while giving them only what they need to achieve their best, right? And dare to be different. Capitalize on your uniqueness. So if you mix and match these qualities to find the right style for the right moment, you should be pretty good. But without all of these 4 qualities, you might climb to the top. However, few people will want to actually follow you, and your company wouldn't achieve its best results that it could. Okay, so the first one, revealing your weaknesses. Da, 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 da. No one likes, it's sad, we're all sinners, but no one wants to like anyone that's perfect, right? Because it makes them look bad. And in the same way, no one will follow a leader who seems to be perfect, right? Those kind of people don't need followers. They have it all, right? But if you show your followers that you are genuine, you're approachable, you're human, and you're humane, right? This is much better. If you don't show some weakness, then observers might just invent one for you, right? However, the golden rule of this is to never expose a weakness that will be seen as a fatal flaw. Like, oh yeah, I'm super lazy, right? That's a very bad trait for anyone to have. Instead, pick some sort of weakness it can be considered like a good thing at the same time, a strength, right? Things like being a workaholic, being a perfectionist, right? Those can be bad to a point, but there's also positive things about them, right? And this is the kind of stuff people want to know and look for when they ask you in job interviews. Same idea. What is one of your weaknesses? I don't have any. That's the wrong answer, right? So you want to choose something about you that is, good but bad. Bad but good. The good ones. The good weaknesses, if there is such a thing. All right, and then the second one, becoming a sensor. So great sensors can easily gauge unexpressed feelings, right? The person didn't say it, but you know what they're thinking. They can sniff out these signals in the environment and sense what's going on without having anything spelled out for them, all right? You can read people's minds. However, unless leaders can convince their followers in a timely way that a change is positive, value and goodwill will quickly erode, right? Sensing a situation involves projection, that state of mind where you attribute your own ideas to other people and things. When a person projects his thoughts, his thoughts may interfere with the truth, right? And I'm thinking in a specific example in the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, where the mothers and the daughter, they want to convince the father that it was his idea to send their daughter to college when normally he would not like college at all, right? So that's kind of the same idea with leadership in a sense, where you project your own ideas on to kind of other people and make them feel better about what they're doing. The third one is practicing tough empathy. All right. Give people what they need, not what they want. Manage while making the hard decisions. Those more apt to use it are people who really care about something. However, you have to do things that you don't want to do. This is just life, right? But especially leadership life. It's going to be harder on you than it is on the others. And this is why not everyone can be a leader, as mentioned in the previous of the myths. People do not commit to executives who merely live up to the obligations of their jobs, right? You have to go beyond, above, beyond all of the expectations so that people will think, yeah, they're pretty great. I want to follow them, right? And our last one, let's look at it a bit. Daring to be different. So, differences in a person compared to everyone else, it's not always a bad thing. All right, so find out what is unique about you, and then let it separate you as a leader, right? Let it motivate others to perform better. So there can be differences such as little things, right? You can show it through your dress, style, right? Or your appearance, but typically the better ways that it'll show through are in qualities like imagination, loyalty, expertise, or even just a unique handshake to show these people how you are different, right? You are their leader, not a follower with them. However, it is possible that you lose contact with your followers by over differentiating, right? For example, if you're a really, really smart guy and you're constantly speaking like way above their heads and making yourself look really good with all of your knowledge and all of that, just displaying your intelligence too much will kind of create a negative friction between you and the others who unfortunately are not so smart as you, right? So just be careful that there is a gap. So the distinction is made, this person is the leader and these people are the followers, but it's not so much of a gap that it becomes more of a boss-employee relationship than a leader-follower relationship. You know what I'm saying? Basically, these 4 leadership skills above tell executives, be authentic. All right, be real. That's what these are. In conclusion, right? You have weaknesses. Sense other people. Be real. Practice empathy, but in a tough way, and be different. Okay, be authentic, but do it with skill. There is, well, sorry, but there's not really any more advice that's more difficult to follow than that. Leadership, I didn't say it was going to be easy, and it's not. So that's why you need to work on your emotional intelligence skill number 3, motivation. All right, you really want to be a leader in your workplace or in your classroom. And that's all for right now in this second and final part. What I would like you to do for your homework, you can follow the instructions in the description below. Make a list of 3 people that you think were good leaders, right? There's many in our times now, in the past, you can choose. And what are things about each of these leaders that makes them a good leader, right? We learned about some qualities today. There's many qualities, so what do you see in them that brought them to the top? And then write 2 things about each leader. This is one of the most important parts that you can imitate in your life. And for a little extra food for thought, think about the differences between leaders and managers in a practical place in the workplace. How are they different? Okay? And I hope you enjoyed watching this module. Hopefully it was funner than a regular class session. And I'll see you next time in Module 4.